After a wet summer, Queensland experienced a dramatic flood crisis. Much of the state's southeast was swamped with water, with flooding bringing Brisbane to a standstill. Locals described an inland tsunami sweeping away cars, houses and, tragically, 35 people.
As we weep for what we have lost, and as we grieve for family and friends, and we confront the challenge that is before us, I want us to remember who we are. We are Queenslanders. We're the people that they breed tough north of the border. We're the ones that they knock down and we get up again.
Then, as one disaster subsided, leaving behind scenes of devastation, another loomed off the state's north coast. Cyclone Yasi made landfall early in the morning, with winds and rain lashing big cities and small towns, where people huddled in their homes and evacuation centres. Thanks to forward planning, though, Yasi claimed no lives. Our local political powerhouse, the Rann Foley team, came to an end this year. Premier Mike Rann and Treasurer Kevin Foley, who've steered the state through tough financial times with our heads well above water, handed over the state's leadership to a fresh new team. Jay Weatherall seeing out the year in the top job.
In October, Australia's national airline Qantas was grounded by its own management after trade unions called strikes in order to shore up pay and conditions for Aussie workers. Thousands of angry passengers were left stranded all over the world.
Makes you wonder why you would fly with Qantas, Air New Zealand.
After much debate and controversy, the carbon tax passed through Parliament and will see the top 500 polluters taxed for the crap they're pumping out.
The decisions I announced today mean around 500 big polluters will pay for every tonne of carbon pollution they put into our atmosphere.
And as if helping the environment wasn't good enough, the government has promised 90% of Aussie households will end each week with more cash in their pockets. Thank you very much, Julia.
There will be tax cuts, increased pensions and increased family payments. We've had a long debate about climate change in this country. Most Australians now agree our climate is changing. This is caused by carbon pollution.
In October, the Queen and Prince Philip visited Australia for what many believe will be the last time. Amid a flurry of flowers and official engagements, the Queen reflected on what's been a tough year for Australia, but noted the courage and resilience shown by those affected by the floods and fires.
It has been a difficult year for this country in many ways, despite the successes. The world witnessed the anguish of Australians as they lived through a summer of national disasters. We saw towns battered by a cyclone, homes, businesses and families destroyed by devastating floods.
US President Barack Obama breezed into town for a whistle-stop 27-hour tour in November, visiting Darwin and Canberra, where some very lucky school kids got to high-five the most powerful man in the world.
It was really exciting, but when we met him, he was a very easygoing man who liked to joke, and so straight away, if we were nervous, it just went away.